Hello, I'm Nathan Moore, and I choose to do my project on the taxonomy and significance of the electric knifefish, or more commonly known as the electric eel. The electric eel is a very unique organism that is able to produce an electric charge using modified muscle tissue. Other eels and knifefish in its family can also do this, but to nowhere near the same capacity. The electric eel has been recorded to be able to produce upwards of 650 volts of electricity. This strange adaptation is what drew us to research this very peculiar fish. I believe that there is much we can learn from this extremely unique organism and its electric producing organs. In addition, I believe that it serves as a keystone species for the Amazon River, and it holds particular significance for the fishermen of the Amazon River. Background information. They live primarily in the murky streams and ponds of the Amazon basin of South America, feeding mainly on fish, but also amphibians and even birds and small mammals. Also important to note, as air breathers, they must come to the surface frequently to breathe. Electric eels use electricity not only to hunt, but also to communicate in dark/murky water. There are about 250 species of fish that can produce electricity. However, only 3 can generate strong enough charges to be effective hunters. The other 2 are the electric catfish and the electric ray. Scientists aren't sure why these species don't electrocute themselves. Some speculate that they may have special proteins that shield their electric organs. Family tree. There are a vast number of organisms that exist and have existed on Earth over the millennia. We can visualize the broad expanses of life through the visual of a so-called tree of life. These organisms fall into 3 main categories known as their domain. These domains are bacteria, archaea, and the eukaryotes. All the organisms we see with the naked eye fall into the category of eukaryotes, and all of the millions of species of animals on our planet fall into the kingdom of Animalia, shown by the circle on the screen. The electric eel happens to be a very tiny offshoot of this specific branch in the tree of life. How are these organisms classified? Organisms are classified by taxonomists in a series of categories that become increasingly specific, starting with domain, followed by kingdom, phylum, class, order, family, genus, and then the species finally. The specific categories that the organism falls under can be known as the organism's taxonomy. This mnemonic device helped me memorize the sequential order of the categories. Dutch King Philip can order 5 good soups. Each word corresponds to the level of taxonomy. The taxonomy of the eel. There are specific levels of taxonomy that represent the electric eel's place on the tree of life, starting with domain and ending with the genus and species that make up its scientific name. Kingdom Animalia. As I said previously, the kingdom of Animalia encompasses all animals from tigers to blue crab, and basically any animal that you can think of. Phylum Chordata. Animals in phylum Chordata may or may not have a vertebrae. However, they all have a notch cord, which in some stage of their development, a notch cord is like a primitive backbone, or it can be more like a traditional backbone. The phylum Chordata is the largest phylum. Humans would be classified under this phylum Chordata. Next, for the electric eel, its class. Class Actinopterygi. This class is made up of ray fin fishes. They constitute a class or subclass of bony fishes. This class is the dominant one amongst fish, as it constitutes 99% of all fish species. Next for the eel is his order. Gymnotiforms are slender fish with narrow bones and tapering tails, hence the common name knifefishes. They have neither pelvic fins nor dorsal fins, but they too possess greatly elongated anal fins that stretch along almost the entire underside of their bodies. This means of propulsion allows them to move backwards as well as forwards very easily. There are currently about 250 confirmed species inside this order. Family: Gymnotidae. Gymnotidae, also known as the naked-backed knifefishes, are a family of knifefishes that are only found in the fresh waters of Central and South America. All have organs adapted to the exploitation of bioelectricity. However, the levels at which they can produce vary widely. From what I have read, I speculate that there are somewhere between 30 and 40 species in this family. Finally, the scientific name, Electrophorus electris. These are the genus and the species of the electric eel that make up its unique scientific name, identifying the specific species and organism that it is.